Welcome to Metal Gear Explained, a very important topic today that has been going around the internet. And I just made a discussion video about the state of the Metal Gear series. I think you would definitely like that. But today we're going to dive into something a little bit different. And it's an important topic. And I pretty much covered this game extensively. And I've actually made a bunch of videos about things I wished can be implemented into this game that aren't in there, and is a little bit, let's just say, extreme, hoping for new things to be coming to a remake. But I'm excited because who knows what's gonna come, and always fun to kind of just discuss it and get into what is or what isn't. So on this video, we're gonna get into the faithful remake versus a remaster versus what is this? And we're going to get into tons of stuff that I've observed already and that we can expect. And then what we should expect from Tokyo Game Show, which is coming up and then I'm going to cover. And then we're going down a rabbit hole into some other stuff. Well, so make sure you lock in. We do have a giveaway. So all you got to do is leave a comment and I'll be giving you a code of this game. We're going to select random winners consistently and you have a chance to win. So make sure you lock in. Okay, first things first. This is a remake, and there's a lot of different things that showcase that. But I do have a lot of questions as well and concerns about what else is added to this. And so, just to kind of like nip it in the butt right away, it's the exact same game with better graphics. Why would I pay $70? Right? That's kind of like a comment that I've seen on social media. People saying that to me in the negative, feedback. And I said, hey man, don't buy it. I'm first of all, I'm not working for Konami. I'm not invested in their stocks or something for me to profit off of you purchasing it. In fact, I'm not invested in any stocks, which I probably should, but I don't care personally. But I will say that for me, as a big fan, as I made a whole channel about this because I love this game. I definitely 100% am gonna have a good time with this, regardless if it's a one-to-one with zero changes other than visual graphics. But that's not the case. There are changes. And so we're gonna get into it and discuss it and then go from there because it is a lot to get into and to kind of explore and try to help you understand why I think, you know, anybody, whether you're a new player who's never played Metal Gear or you're somebody who loves the series and really is a diehard. And so we're going to speak to both of you guys. First things first, to the new players, you're playing the greatest game, possibly the greatest game. We can argue that is the greatest game. Some people have The Last of Us in there, some people have other games that they might consider the greatest, but this game right here is special. So I'm confident for a new player, it's easy. I don't have to even make a discussion. I said, just play it and then you let me know what you feel about the game after. It's a action, espionage, stealth survival game with an amazing story, very fun gameplay mechanics, and well designed overall. But let's talk about those hardcore players like myself or the other hardcore players who are kind of like, I like the retro version. I have a PlayStation 2 and I play on a PlayStation 2 controller and it's just the best version of the game. I've never tried the other versions that they enhanced for the PlayStation 3. I never tried any of the new versions for the HD collection or Legacy collection. Why would I do that? Guess what? Feel free to stay on those consoles and nobody's here to convince you. But what I can say is there's things like these new mechanics that you just saw and the new camera angle that's going to make things a lot more fluid gameplay wise. And while I personally am used to the retro version and for example using square or different buttons to grab an enemy and it's a little more clunky compared to the Phantom Pain, which is closer to what this game is offering mechanically. So mechanics alone is going to be a way more fluid experience, and you're going to have the modern day synergy which is what you want. So just the character control alone is a big improvement. And one of the other big improvements is the graphics, which we're not going to go too deep down the rabbit hole because we'll be here all day talking about how good the graphics look. But one thing that I talk about, and there's certain scenes, and I don't want to spoil it for the new people, there's certain scenes in this game that are so intense. Let's just say graphically, some gut-wrenching stuff, but then also some emotional, powerful moments. And I've never got to watch it in a very perfectly presented way. And what I mean by that is like the details in someone's face, the tears in their eye, the extra wound, or there's a certain somebody getting shot in the face or something. Let's just say that happens. I'm not sure, you know. All of those type of graphics, it's like, oh my, no. The shock and all that I'm going to feel. And then looking at the boss that she's worn down in the game. She looks very young and pretty in the original, but in this game, you can tell she's like she's been through it. She should look a little bit worn. And so those things are going to immerse me even more. And I can admit this, I'm a grown man. I cry every time I play this game. There's 2 scenes I always cry on every single time. I don't want to spoil it, but let's just say somewhere in the end, and then deep in the end, I cry. And it's because the series means a lot to me. Even now, talking about it, I get a little emotional. The boss is special, and she means a lot to me. And watching all of this develop in the new graphics, as I catch my emotions right now, is gonna be special. So for the new players, yes, you're about to catch some emotions. There's some deep sentiment, and while it's a Metal Gear game and it's, you know, political espionage, warfare, invading bases, and you can do all this cool, CQC, slamming people to the floor, interrogating them, and do all the fun stuff that I think all of us enjoy. The truth is that it does have an amazing story. And so mechanically, I do want to talk about some things. Like, you see this level design here, it's exactly the same in this game as it is in the new one. Okay, is what they said. They enhanced the graphics, they improved it, but they wanted to keep it the same. So things like some cutscenes and stuff like that, they really didn't want to tweak or change at all because they wanted it to be true to the game. So a lot of this is gonna feel the same. And this might be a silly group of people who are outraged that it isn't a brand new game. Well, it's a remake. And things like the AI is a question that I have. The AI is pretty good on some levels, right? So the AI sees something, they're like, what's that? Gonna go investigate. If someone doesn't answer the call, they're like, hey, HQ, he's not responding. Go send for help. And this is something that's been a pillar in Metal Gear games. But just so you know, this is like one of the greatest games when it comes to AI. A lot of other games have copied what they've done here. And so for them searching for you and then going into caution mode and like staying together and not like straying away one by one like a horror movie where they just get taken out, they have some really good AIs. But the question I have is, did they improve it even more? I don't know if you guys remember the Phantom Pain and certain things that they did there. This game can do the same. They can offer similar elements. And one of the elements, which I don't want to make this video too long and break some stuff down, but one of the elements in the Phantom Pain was an amazing design, which it basically lets you destroy the enemy's radio station and none of the enemies can call for backup anymore. It was such a cool feature and it kind of went under the radar. Little details like that, like electricity, you're able to electrify somebody. If they're standing in a puddle of water, you can break the telephone pole and make them get electrified. Like silly little things that Metal Gear always puts in their games The stuff that's already in there, I think is going to be there. But the question is, will they implement new Phantom Pain AI mechanics that can help the game and make it an even better experience? That is the question I have. And again, we don't have the answers, and I don't want to be the guy to like sell you some type of dream and make you think that, oh yeah, that's gonna be in it, or this is gonna be in it. I have already made a bunch of those videos just because I'm excited and I would want to explore all the possibilities. But for now, what I can say is that they do have this Tokyo Game Show where the gameplay is gonna be there. If you watch this in a week, I'm gonna have Tokyo Game Show coverage, and I'm gonna break it all down and give you the full rundown on all of that. Because the truth is, I'm 100% certain we're gonna see more than enough to know exactly the answer to these questions about, is this a true remake, or is it just, you know, a remaster, as some has said online, which I disagree. I think it's gonna be an awesome remake. So with that out of the way, I have so much more to discuss and to get into. I have a lot of videos that I've been prepping, recording for you guys. So hopefully you enjoy. Make sure you stay tuned for the Tokyo Game Show. I'm going to do a live stream for us to hang out and talk about it while it's happening. They're going to have a presentation. If you didn't watch that, I do have videos that should be popping up showcasing exactly what they brought to the table and what they're bringing. And people are going to get their hands on. It's going to be a fun time. So we're going to be able to play it as well. So we'll not really play it, but watch it and break it down and get into all those details. All right. And I got somebody over there, a couple people that's going to be playing it, and I'll get their impressions, maybe have them as guests as well on some videos. Make sure you enter the giveaway and go and check out the next one that's popping up right now. More details about the gameplay. See you there. Peace.